Aloha. What gifts are you giving to yourself today? How do you give yourself gifts? And what if you don't like what you've been giving yourself? How do you change that? So stay tuned. Our thoughts become things. Sometimes that's a scary thought. I really love the Toltec tradition. I've studied many, many, many philosophies, and there's a basic core in the Toltec tradition that I find really useful. The three masteries: awareness, transformation, and intent. And it's not like we master one and then we go on to the next and the next. They work together, kind of like a beautiful tapestry. So having the awareness of what is it we're thinking? And is that going to give us the results that we want? A lot of times, not necessarily so. We're in the middle of an election campaign here in the United States as I make this video. And as I watch the news and I listen to the different candidates and think about them being president for the next 4 years, I could get scared with some of them. I could have a really negative reaction. Or I could just realize that, this whole process just needs a little bit more love. Whenever I see something that I perceive as negative, that's me going to a place of fear. Fear can only produce more fear. If, on the other hand, I see something, and, to be honest, I have a negative reaction, if I'm really intent on shifting my point of creation from my mind to my spirit, as soon as I have that negative thought, it's an opportunity for me to retrain my mind. Choose something different. If you think about it in the morning, what gifts am I going to give to myself today? You can think about lots of wonderful things, or you can start your day off by thinking, I got to go to that job, or I got to do this, or I got to do that. And just changing the got to get. I get to go to this job. I get to do my chores today. I get to have the gift of another day of life. That's an incredible gift. This planet is just incredibly sensual. And life, it's an incredible gift. And if you begin your day with that and come back to that feeling frequently, imagine what gifts you'd give yourself. I live in the country on the big island of Hawaii. And the road in and out is not really a two-lane road. When I first moved here, there was a set pattern. If you were coming in, you had the right of way, and if you were going out, you pulled over and you let people go by. Well, we have a lot of people that are cutting through our development and not adhering to that. And, I can get into warrior mode and think, those idiots. And when I do, I have one experience. And then once I go through my little roads, I wind up on the highway. And a while ago, I observed when I'm a rule monitor and thinking, they're not adhering to the rules. I get out onto the highway and I have a negative experience in traffic. On the other hand, when it's just, just loving the opportunity to drive, and if somebody's doing it quote unquote wrong, I have the opportunity to pull to the side and just send them a lot of love and aloha instead of giving them the finger. And when I send them a lot of love and aloha, I get out on the highway and people let me in and find parking places, and I give myself an altogether different experience of being in the road. So what gifts are you going to give yourself today? Are you going to have a day that's just filled with love and joy and happiness, or is it going to be hard? Paying attention to and the world is a vast energy system. It's not like if I just affirm, okay, I love you, I love you, I love you, and there's no emotion, there's no energy behind it, will have very little effect. On the other hand, if I really generate that feeling of love and then speak to myself in loving terms, altogether different experience. You know, I can think, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, and put the energy of love behind that word. And what I'll do is I'll create more love. You know, at some point, we all learned a vocabulary and we learned what energy to put behind the words. When I talk to my dogs, I can say, oh, I love you, I love you. Or I get to say, oh, I love you. And they don't care about the word. What they respond to is the energy behind the word. So giving yourself the gift, what energy do you want to put out predominantly in your day? And notice the gifts that come back to you. If you want your life to be filled with lots of laughter, have a sense of humor. Think of the energy of humor, having a sense of humor, of laughter. That has a particular energy behind it. Now, there's laughter that's just laughter and love and expansive, and then there's laughter that's mean and sarcastic. Very different energy, so you'll get a very different result. So just for today, just for a little while, pay attention. Pay attention to the thoughts, the energy, what are you emoting? What are you sending out to the world? Send out the energy of what you'd like to have more of. I used to have issues with money. I was always $1 short, a day late. And then what I started to do is I created this really beautiful basket to put my bills in. And when I put my bills in, I had a sense of gratitude that these people trusted me to pay the bills. When I did that, the money flowed easily. When I would think, oh my God, another bill, money didn't show up. So think about it. Think about what is it you want more of, and what does the energy of absolutely having that feel like? And then move through your day with that energy of having. See what happens. And thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to let me know. If you're watching this video on my website, leave a comment in the comment box below. If you're watching it on YouTube, you can leave a comment on YouTube too. And just know, feel these words. You are loved. You absolutely are lovable. You swim in a sea of love. And only the love is real. What would your life be like if you moved through your world with that knowing? Try it. I think you'll like it. Until next time, aloha.